TIFU by giving my boyfriend a DNA test for his birthday. Edit. The DNA test was a 23andMe health and ancestry kit. So this happened back in August, but he finally got the results back a few weeks ago. But brace yourselves. This is some soap opera shit. Turns out he has a half-sister and aunt he never knew about. Both the aunt and sister are on his dad's side of the family, so he spoke to his dad. His dad didn't know the aunt, although she shared the same last name as his family, and his dad never knew he had a daughter, but the timeline of events checked out. Next, my boyfriend went to Facebook and searched the hell out of his half-sister. She looks exactly like his dad. Needless to say, his dad was shocked. They were trying to figure out how to tell the rest of the family. My boyfriend didn't want to message her first because she may not know she was adopted, or if she didn't know who her real dad was. This week, his half-sister finally messaged my boyfriend. She asked if he was adopted. He proceeded to tell her he thought she was adopted because she looks exactly like his dad. Then she said he looks exactly like her dad. Needless to say, everyone was confused. They sent pictures of their fathers, and my boyfriend did indeed look like her dad. But there's still the question of, who is the aunt? And do the half-sister and aunt know each other? Yes, they do. The half-sister said the aunt is her aunt. Yet, my boyfriend and aunt share the same last name? So now my boyfriend is asking his mom if there is any way he has a different dad. She is adamant that he does not, until my boyfriend sends the picture of his half-sister's dad, and his mom absolutely recognized the man. Turns out, my boyfriend's dad and mom were on a break and his mom hooked up with this man. His mom and dad got back together almost immediately after my boyfriend was conceived, so they assumed my boyfriend was the product of their relationship and not her fling. They were wrong. Turns out, my boyfriend is the product of his mom's fling and has a dad he never knew about. He also has 4 new half-siblings. 1 aunt, 1 uncle, 5 cousins, grandparents, and 2 nephews, all who he never knew about. And get this, one of his new siblings was born the same year as him and has the same name. As for the aunt who shares the same last name as my boyfriend, we're not sure if it's coincidence or if she's somehow related to his adopted dad's side of the family. It's only been a few days, but everyone is taking the news surprisingly well. My boyfriend's adopted dad is such a saint and is encouraging my boyfriend to get to know his bio dad and family. My boyfriend has since been communicating with his bio dad and 2 half-siblings, and it's going great. They seem like such a kind, loving, and welcoming family. Although this was such a shock for everyone, it's turning out to be the best case scenario for such a strange situation. So yeah, I essentially gave my boyfriend a whole new family for his birthday. You're welcome, boo. TLDR. I got my boyfriend a DNA test and it resulted in him finding out the dad who raised him isn't his biological dad, and he has a whole new family. Throws up hands. I am going to need a diagram. 4 new half-siblings, 1 aunt, 1 uncle, 5 cousins, grandparents, and 2 nephews. What a rip-off. That's only 13 of me. Where are the other 10? I've seen enough of these TIFUs to know to never give anyone in my family a DNA test kit. Spoiler, he found out he was his own grandpa. His Xmas card list just got really large. So what's the deal with BF's dad and his half-sister? Where did she come from? Dad didn't know she existed? I think I need some kind of diagram of how this all works. My bio sister got one of those ancestry tests and my mom says to me, you should get one too. We all just had a laugh and thought she was just having an airhead moment. But sometimes I wonder, His adoptive dad is better man than I am. I'd be a devastated mess. So is it just coincidence that she, the newly acquired half-sister, looks like your boyfriend's dad? Edit. Words. Oh my god. Thank you for waiting till you had mostly all the loose ends tied up before sharing. I couldn't have coped with not knowing. Mom lived in fear for 3 years after I got my 23andMe test. Until my biological father also took a test and we had to have a talk. Turned out my parents had to use a sperm donor. And now I have a much larger extended family. Those DNA tests reveal some juicy secrets. We found out our estranged uncle has a son that no one knows about because he was a disgusting piece of shit and hooked up with a 16-year-old when he was 21 and then basically ran away from her when she told him she is pregnant. I was sitting here jaw-dropped going further into the story. And then the eyes got watery when I read how his adopted dad is encouraging their new relationship. So sweet. How exciting to read. It's like a telenovela. Also, your boyfriend's mom obviously had a type. Smiley face. I think I need a flowchart for this story. I'm so confused. But considering everything seems to have worked out, how is it a TIFU? There's a big difference between being a father, bio, and a dad. His dad is his real dad. The man who raised him is his dad. The other man may be a welcome addition to the family, but he's not your boyfriend's dad, just his bio father. I think I had a stroke trying to follow all that. This happened to my stepsister. All 4 girls got a DNA test for Christmas. And last year around this time they got around to doing it and she was confused because it showed one of my other stepsisters as being a distant relative. They looked more into it and sure as shit, Melanie has a totally different father. They were all shocked to shit and Melanie is now drowning her sorrows in booze because the father she knew for 35 years is not her father. I got disappointing results. Turns out they are actually my parents and not some horrible mix-up at the hospital.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Eracast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.